Hey there guys, how's it going? So I have to talk to you today about this Anti-Aqua medal and a glitch that's been discovered when using it in PvP. I do want to do some more testing on this, so it's pretty early days, but I'd love your guys' help with it if you do want to help out, but I'm going to share with you what we found so far. So yesterday, Enderfin was kind enough to let me use his footage of a PvP match where he used the new Anti-Aqua medal to gain this little reflect, which you can see above his head right now, against his unwilling opponent. For anyone that doesn't know, the new Anti-Aqua medal essentially, whenever you go ahead and use this thing, you gain that reflect over your head, and whenever a PvE opponent or a PvP opponent attacks you within the rest of that turn, any damage they deal with magic type attacks, be that magic metals, magic supernovas, metals that have been converted into magic types for the range of that turn, or copycat metals copying magic metals, should all be reflected back 100%. So let's say a Vanitas copies, like a KHUx 19 or a KHUx 20, whatever it happens to be, and that deals 100 million damage to you. If you put reflect up, it should deal 100 million damage back to the opponent. Now, some eagle-eyed viewer, thankfully, was able to notice something. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. So Enderfin's turn ended, and the opponent's turn is about to begin. So they're going to pop a Kari first of all, which is obviously a power type attack, which is not going to do anything. And then, they use Montosaurus. So take a look. At the beginning of their turn, they're on 4.5 million damage. Watch what happens. So 4.5 million damage, and see the head go away there. 372 million by the end. Okay, so that means that Montosora in its entirety dealt 372 million minus 4.5 million, about 365 million damage, right? How much was reflected though? Well, 860 million was reflected. Interesting. We only dealt 360 million with the attack, yet 860 million was reflected back. And of course I do have to thank it was Nigel Francis for pointing this out, because I sure as hell didn't realise. But yeah, 860 million damage was reflected back, significantly more than what was dealt out, so something's clearly wrong there. So when I first heard about this, I asked some people on my Discord if they wouldn't mind helping me out with doing some experimentation on this medal and on this glitch, because obviously I don't have Anti-Aqua myself, although I would very much like to have her. And a lot of people responded, thank you so much, I'll put your names in the description. But this is someone on Earth who has given me a video which has been extraordinarily helpful, so thank you very much. Let's go ahead and have a look what happens. So, he's already activated Anti-Aqua on his turn, and now the opponent is 3 metals into their turn on their first Keyblade. So let's go ahead and see what happens. So, they're now on their 3rd metal, like I said, and as of yet, they've already dealt 499 million damage back to someone on Earth. So activate their 3rd metal now, it's Montosora. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Okay, so Montosora deals 7 hits. You can see right there that one of them broke the guard for 194 million damage, I think it was. Whatever it happens to be, 195 million damage, no worries. So one hit dealt 195, and the remaining 6 dealt 24.4 million damage each, which perfectly equals 342 million. Nothing to worry about there. So just to clarify, Montosora attacked as per usual. It dealt 6 hits with 24.4 million damage, and 1 hit with 195 million. Add it all together, you get 342 million, which is the amount that was reflected back. No worries. Now, Montosora happens to have extra attack, so it gets to attack again. And as we know with extra attack, it deals, basically 40% of the damage that it dealt on the previous turn. No worries. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 hits break the guard, and when they break the guard, they deal 77.3 million damage. When they don't break the guard, they deal 9.6 million damage, and because Combo 1 activated, every single one of those hits gains another 3.866 million behind it. Interesting though, because the combo ones don't seem to break the guard the way the Montosaurus attacks do, it just seems to deal only 3.866 million damage, which is the same as the non-broken guard hits. Interesting. So if we have 4 lots of 77 million, 3 lots of 9.6 million, and then 7 lots of 3.86 million, what do we get? Well, the answer to that question is we get 365 million damage. Interesting. Let's see how much we reflect. 555 million damage. Interesting. Sorry, 554. No worries. Clearly something's wrong there. I'll just put it forward a frame there so you can see the end result of that metal's attack being that 1.207 million. But it's pretty interesting, isn't it? It seems that whenever an Anti-Aqua attacker uses their metal and gains that reflectability for the remainder of that turn, whenever an opponent in PvP uses Montosora and gets a combo 1 proc, the damage will be reflected as is intended, with a bit extra damage, which seems to come out of nowhere. We're not quite sure as of yet what that ratio is of how much extra damage. There's been a couple of examples that I can see, but there doesn't seem to be a clear ratio of how much damage is reflected back. If I had to take an extremely layman's guess as to what's actually happening here, I would say there's a number stored incorrectly or being pulled from somewhere incorrectly due to the fact that, the damage break is basically grabbing a number and saying, okay, this number is 10 times higher than the damage break numbers, and then the combo 1's happening and saying, okay, well now it's 40% of that number should be added on as combo 1. something's not quite adding up. In any case, something's not adding up. So Reflect is trying to grab a number and it's grabbing it incorrectly. I think everything else is working as intended, as best I can tell, but the Reflect ability is grabbing the wrong number when Combo 1 and Guard Break gets involved. And it's not to say, though, that Guard Break is the only ability this is causing issues with, because I've had one report that one of my players used a Maleficent and was able to get the incorrect Reflect amount happening back off him. So he had Reflect stacked on his character, the opponent used a Maleficent with a Combo 1 proc, it dealt 141,000 for the Maleficent, 41,000 for the Combo 1, and reflected back 500,000 damage, which is a hell of a lot more than they took, definitely. So, conflicting reports so far, whether it's only Montessora or additional medals as well, but that basically means we need more testing. My initial theory was that it happened to do with Guard Break, so I would still have to test if you got like a VV medal and turned, let's say, Zeus into a Guard Breaking medal of the Magic type variety, would that still give you the errors back? Unfortunately, seeing as we're at the end of a PvP week, I can't really ask anyone to like throw away their turns testing this right now, but maybe at the start of next week, this would be a good thing to test. One really interesting thing seems to be that it only seems to work in benefit for the attacker. Let's go ahead and see what happens right here. So, we are now on the second Keyblade round of the 7 Keyblade round PvP week. Flano97 provided the screenshot for me. Essentially, they've gone ahead, the opponent has used Anti-Aqua to get their reflectability on the start of their second turn, and Flano has used a Montessora to attack with Combo 1 proccing, and it seems like the damage was dealt correctly. They basically showed me the math, and it seems like all the numbers seem to add up correctly. Obviously, we don't have a video to see that properly, but a screenshot's all this guy could provide, and I'm very, very thankful for that. Now, who knows if that's because it only works when you're the attacker? Who knows if it only works because of the first Keyblade? Again, we need more testing. So, as far as we know right now, it only works for the attacker, but again, we're still very, very early days with this. Point is, it's a definite glitch, and it definitely needs to be addressed. Obviously, we can't really have these crazy glitches running around, especially in PvP, which is theoretically the most competitive aspect of the game. So, I'm really curious to see what you guys think is going to happen as a result of this. Do you guys think there's going to be some sort of compensation handed out? And if so, to who? Basically, anyone that has Anti-Aqua is kind of laughing right now because they're running wild with this glitch. And given that JP just ended a PvP week, I think is about to end a PvP week in 24 hours, I don't know if any changes will be implemented before then. So people could contest that anyone with an Anti-Aqua has an already bigger advantage than they already would have had, having this amazingly broken medal already. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen as a result of this. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you again so much to everybody that contributed on my Discord. And if you guys do want to help contribute as well, I've got a channel there, which is basically just like research on this glitch. And if you guys want to join that, react to the last post I made in announcements, you'll see a bunch of like reacts on it. If you just want to jump in, react to that, and I'll pop you in. But yeah, thanks so much, guys. Thank you again to the people helping me out so far. Thank you to Enderfin. And yeah, see you guys later. All the best. Bye.